short time here this season?
I mean, it's A1 from the top to bottom. There's certain standards and guidelines and things that they go by, and I think it was a really good. For myself, I think it's a really good fit. I enjoyed, teammates, coaching staff, even though I was only there for pretty much half the season. So I mean, I loved it. I love it.
What parts of your game you want to improve on next season?
I mean, I think just more consistently shooting, getting stronger, just trying to be, that wing that can really help a team that's going to try to make a big push next year. So, those are the two main areas. But then just trying to get better each and every day.
What are some of the things you learned from Dirk?
There's so many things you can take from him. I mean, the way he prepared, how he tried to get better each and every day, how he took the leadership role that he took. And then I think just kind of the legacy that he left is so much more than just on the court. For me in life, that's super big. And so just kind of seeing the example he set as far as, being the good human being that he was off the court as well was pretty amazing.
What was your takeaway from the team meeting?
I mean, I think it's, guys are excited going forward. I think next year I think everybody's really going to take this offseason extremely serious and try to get better. So that hopefully next year that we can, be one of those teams that are in the playoff race and trying to make that push. So, I think guys are going to be really locked in this offseason.
Who did most of the speaking?
I mean, it was Coach did most of it. Donnie came on and talked a little bit, and then just a few other guys kind of came on and talked.
These last couple of weeks, what changed for you? You seem to be more assertive and doing a lot on the floor.
I mean, just getting more comfortable, more confident. Coach gave me a few more minutes, so it was a little easier to get into a rhythm and stuff like that. But just going out there and just playing how I know I can and trying to help the team.
Do you feel, to follow up on another question, do you feel as if you found a home here?
I would hope so.
A place where you could grow, develop roots?
I would hope so. With the NBA, you never know.
Right.
But I love the city of Dallas already. Like I said, I love my teammates and the coaching staff and everybody within the organization. So I mean, I would love to kind of be able to grow up here.
For a young player, is that security help you grow in your career, knowing that you're with an organization that really wants you?
For sure. Definitely, I think just in life. I mean, if I were to ask you, growing up, if you felt wanted or not wanted, which one did you feel like you grew better with? And so, being in an organization, and look, there's no bad feelings towards the Kings at all. I mean, they gave me the opportunity to be able to play in the NBA, and I couldn't thank them enough. But coming here, there's just there's a feeling of being wanted, and hopefully going forward that can be something that kind of grows.
Speaking of the Kings, did you hear what happened today?
I did, man. I thought Coach. I thought Coach did a really good job. That was up to them to make that decision, but I'm sure Coach will find another spot to coach. He's a great coach, so I'm definitely praying for him and his family, and hopefully he can find another one pretty soon.
How is a team that hasn't been together that long? You guys seem to have gelled really early and all seem to like each other. What's kind of led to that, or is it just kind of the group of guys that you have?
I mean, I think it's just I think it's just the group of guys. We got a lot of good guys. And so whenever you have positive energy, a lot of times that kind of brings people together. And I think, for the most part, everybody really enjoys playing together on the court. So you kind of combine all of that. It could be a really good combination.
How surreal were these last two games surrounding Dirk?
I mean, it was crazy. Just seeing the response from everybody. Not just Mavs fans and people in Dallas. I mean, you think about it, San Antonio, they made a whole video for him. They did a whole, a little celebration type thing after the game. And it's just, like I said before, it speaks to the type of person he is to be able to touch so many people outside of just his, organization and the people around, that city. And so, I mean, it was, I had a friend come in town, and Dirk was his idol. And, just to kind of see the effects that Dirk's had on so many different people, it was pretty amazing.
You've been here a couple of months, and I'm sure for years, when you thought of Dallas, you thought, it's Dirk's team. What kind of advice or what kind of future do you see for Luka now and maybe Kristap? Are they ready for all that happens and all that's required when it becomes your team?
I think Luka showed this year that he's pretty ready. I think KP, I think he was in New York, and that was pretty much his team in New York. So I mean, you combine both of them, it's very promising. And so hopefully everybody else around them, including myself, like I said, can get better and do whatever we can possibly do to try to ease some of that for them. But I mean, I'm super excited to see how those two and everybody else can gel going into next year.
It seems like early on in your career, you put a lot of emphasis in giving back to others and being charitable with your time and your energy. What makes that so important to you, even at such a young age, to go ahead and start?
I've said multiple times, while basketball is my job and it's extremely important to me, it's not the most important thing to me. And so for me, God put me here. He gave me the talents that I have, and has put me on this platform. And so, His greatest command to us is to love Him and to love all of His people. And so, if I'm not doing that, I'm not doing what He calls me to do. And so for me, it's I love basketball, and I love it with all my heart. And so I'm going to continue to work as hard as I can to be good at that. But then also using that platform at the same time to try to help make this world a better place and love all people. So that's pretty much what.